Good morning, everybody. So, bad news. The little swarm I did get out of that tree did not make it through the cold snap. It was partly my fault, partly Mother Nature's fault. There were some bees, a few, in the cells when I opened it this morning. Actually, I opened it yesterday, but I cleaned it out this morning to inspect it a little bit to see what possibly could have gone wrong, other than it being really cold. They were all clumped together, so I suspected at first it was because of the cold, but then upon looking at some of the frames, there were bees still inside the frames, and so that is hunger. So I think partly, even though I was feeding them, they stopped really taking the sugar water. I don't know why. So I stopped feeding them, and then when the cold snap happened, there just wasn't enough food and enough bees to keep them warm. So partly my fault, partly Mother Nature's fault. So since this weekend the weather is not going to be all that great, I'm going to do bees. Chris is at work. I am off. Feels like I haven't been off in forever. I'm going to do bees today. So we're going to, bare minimum, we're going to check this one out. This was a split that I did from that one. So we're going to check those two first to see how they're doing. Both of them are bringing in pollen. Usually when there's pollen, that means they're feeding babies. Well, this one has been separated for so long, they've been separated, so wherever the queen was, I know I'll be able to tell that quickly. I'm really hoping I moved her over there, but I could not find her. So unless they really hid her well, she may be over here. But if there's babies, there's queens in both. If there's eggs, which means they were successful. And then the two that have honey supers on with queen excluders are going to get those taken away, because I do not want any old honey in my apiary going into the spring honey flow. So I'm going to basically share the wealth and everyone can rob them out. Hold on, let me make sure my suit's all hunky-dory. Alright, so we're going to put you guys... Alright, so that's going to be directly with the sun, so I may not be able to see. That might be better. I will try to pay attention to the comments, but I want to get this done before it gets up to 80 today? So I'm really hoping that we're going to have queens in both of these. Now, if I am remembering correctly, I gave this one empty. I definitely gave it empty frames, because you always do that. I didn't build that one out, but I actually gave them a honey frame, and then I also gave them, pretty sure, an empty frame of comb so they could lay. I think this is the food frame I gave them, so they haven't needed that one too much. Please be a queen. If I don't see a queen, I may just recombine them. Alright, let's see what we got. see what we got over here. Oh, there's the queen. So we're going to leave these ladies alone. Alright, I got to find her with the camera. You guys see her? She's right there. So this one has a queen. I'm going to let them be. So that could be one of two things. That could be, and you know what? Because I want to emphasize the build out. I don't know. Let me go get a better frame. I have one that's newly waxed. Hold on. Alright, so actually I'm going to do these ladies one better. I'm going to give them a frame with comb so they can clean it. Alright, so good girls. You guys made your queen. I will put y'all, well, excuse me. We don't know if they made that queen. That could have been the queen that I moved without seeing her. So we're going to leave that hive alone. And now we're going to come over here. Actually, hold on. I want to... Can I do that? Hold on. Alright, so what I'm doing is, I don't like how big that lid is. It's one of my 10 frame lids. Let me see if this one will fit this one. Because this one needs to be retired anyway. I believe this one. Haha, that's much better. Looks so much better. Alright. Alright, so that one has a queen. If this one also has a queen, that means we made our first successful split of 2022. Now this one's got a lot of bees, so my money would be, yes, they have a queen somewhere. But let's see. I'm going to clean out those. Couple little beetle issues. We never got a chance to doing our project that we wanted to do because other projects kept taking priority. And we got another one coming up. We're actually getting ready to sell Chris's house. So alright. They are actually working on building that one out. I would bet money I have a queen. but I want to see at least eggs, because if I have eggs, then I know I have a queen. That's a food frame, so we're actually going to pull that one out to the side. Same thing with this one, the food frame. Lots of pollen on that one. I think they have their queen. Look at that brood! So, yep, I've got eggs. I do have eggs. It would be nice to see Her Royal Highness, though. Just to show you guys, and there she is. So we made a split successfully. So let me show you this lady. Oh, there she is. Can you see our queen? There, she's trying to burrow under some people. They're trying, oh, and there they go. They are trying to hide her. There her bottom is going down in there. So we know she's there. I do think I might want to move some framing around. I know she was on this one last, so we're going to be very careful with it. So yes, we made a successful split. Now if we can just keep that split alive, let me see what this one looks like. Basically what I'm getting ready to do is checkerboard them a little bit, because I want to put a frame here and I want to make sure they are building this one out. Yep, new wax. So I'm going to move this one out. Actually, I'm going to flip it. I'm not sure I should do it, but I'm going to. Let's give our queen a chance to move away. Ever so gently. All right. Let's smoke everyone to make sure they go back in. Just so we try not to squish bees. All right. I would say that was a success. So we made our first split of 2022. We are gonna now, at bare minimum, I wanted to take these supers off because I wanted to feed the hives by sharing the well. But if there's a lot of bees in there, or I see evidence that they're getting ready to swarm, then yes, I will split them as well. But really, I would like to split at the end of next week. And also, I'm not ready to split everybody because I don't have my other frame set up. Alright, so yes, I'm going to smoke these guys obnoxiously because I want to drive all these ladies down. I want them to vacate that board, that box right here, and go down to the bottom. So less bees I have to shake off. But they look like they're not going to listen to me today, so. This is old honey. This is stuff they left over winter that I don't want them to have anymore. There we go. All right, they're pretty full. They may be split just because of how many there are. All right. Well, I guess it wouldn't be bad to split some of them, but let me see what we got going on. Come on. Oh. What is that? That is a A lot of bees. I think I might slip. So I'll bring this over here. If we can move the queen, great. So what this hive has, and it's probably because they've been the hoarders of all the ones I've been putting out, if I could find my queen, that would be great. I'm going to go get some empty frames. So enjoy the mass of bees. That is a lot of bees. Here, go on some empty frames. If we could find the queen, that would be great. So these are too much I mean, that was 5 frames of basically just honey and pollen. There's a brood frame. I'm going to look for my queen because they were kind of not completely honey bound, but they had a lot of honey. I really would like to move my queen to kind of make her feel like they are swarming. That's a good bit of babies. That's right. Just gonna put that there. They covered my hive tool completely. When you have hives like this, it is so hard to see your queen. Because they hide her so well. So what I want them to do is if I could get them to climb onto here, that would be great. What I haven't seen is just a good frame of eggs and larvae. What I don't want to do is cheat one hive out of all the resources. I feel like if she was going to be I'm looking to see if she moves around. Because ultimately, this is a great frame. So, I'm going to move this one. And then I need to smoke them. If someone decides to leave their stinger in my leg. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright. Wondering if they moved her over in here. That would be nice. Because then I would just plop that over there. Just checking to see if I can see her. like I took too many resources. And I'm trying to figure out how to even it back out. I think I know what I want to do. Alright. Because I was unsuccessful at finding my queen, what I want to do is give this frame back to them. Because if in all of this I accidentally squished her, this is a full frame of eggs that I couldn't see her on. So I would feel better giving them, no, they have the resources. I gotta think about this. They have the numbers, but they need eggs, just in case I didn't do it correctly. There. This has eggs. So we're going to give it back to them because if I did not move the queen, I want both of them to have a good bunches of eggs. Alright. Now, let's see if they move the queen to here. Not yet. Alright, so. I'm not sure who has the queen, but I'm going to definitely make sure everyone has eggs. So everyone has eggs. Look at here. All right. all just old honey. Let me go get a lid for this one real quick. Alright. That was way more rougher than I wanted, but at least it's done. Let's get these girls to go back in. All right. All right, so they've got lots of resources. They've both got eggs, so hopefully they'll be good. All right. Let me go move that new split over to there. All right. Gotta figure out how to clean the queen excluders. All right. There's the new one. We'll open it up towards the end of the day. Hopefully this one's not like this. Trying to figure out how many hives I really want to do today. I haven't been in them in forever. Maybe pop tops just to see numbers. So that one we've only done 4, but we're getting bigger as we go because of the splits. Jesus Christ. You ladies were really on it with that. Okay, all this has got to go. I pick it up later and add it to my crock pot. Gives them time to clean out if there was anything in it. I blame all that for why I couldn't open that. That would be their glue, like propolis. Alright, oops. This one I think is going to have to be a split too, only because of how many there are, and when I take that top box away, that will cause me issues. So, I'm going to go get another box. Give me a minute. Alright. 5, check. Darn mud daubers. Alright. Okay, now you're gonna need 10 more frames. a bad idea. Put all the extra bees into the nuke. Yeah, we're getting a nice collection of bees in that nuke. I should have done that with the last one. Things I come up with later. Alright. All of that was literally just so I could make this lighter. Because it gets heavy. What these ladies are doing, or how they're doing. We bought these ladies a new bottom board because theirs is starting to rot and squish the mite board, which I don't think is good. And since it's getting overcast, I'm probably not going to do much more. So I've got a nice collection of bees huddled in the nuc. Normally you don't pull from the fourth one in, but I'm going to. I remember last year I would count to 4 and find them, so hopefully I can find my queen. If I find her, I'm using that method forever. Nope, but lots of drones. At least not on that side. Up there she is! Alright. There she is. So she's gonna go into this new one. Alright. This will give her the feeling that, oh, new home, we swarm, without actually flying. So, yay. Eggs and larvae, they can have that. I want a food frame. Eggs and larvae, they need that. There's a good food frame. Alright, so now what I want to do, now that I know my queen is over in that box, she needs some brood to help her with those babies over there. She's going to get this one. That one got me right on my kneecap. That kind of hurt. My way over here because I see a ton of brood of drone brood. That's what I'm trying to say. So I really want to know what's up with that. Because if I see a swarm cell, then yeah, we did exactly what we needed to do. Trying to give the queen some resources. Because that's going to be her. Let me move her out of the way now. Just a little bit so I have some room. So just drones, no swarm cells, but they've got plenty of eggs to choose from, so they'll be good. So we're going to put the new frames on the inside. we're trying it. We tried it 2 ways. We're going to move your queen over to see if this one won't swarm as much. And I'm sorry, I made y'all mad. I took your queen. There we go. I learned to put a hat on to help with the sweat, but when your hat falls off, it's hard to put back on. Hold on. There we go. Moved it out of the way. They've got quite a few rows or frames of brood that are going to hatch, so they are looking mighty fine. They'll build those frames out in a couple weeks. And one more. Alright, so now we're going to try to get them to go back in with a little coaxing. Woo, the wind. So we did 2 splits today. Well, I might do one, not a split, but I'm going to look at another hive. The reason why I split the 2 I did is because they had supers on. I'm like forgetting what I'm saying today. There you go. Alright. Move you guys because I made them really mad. So what happens when you steal someone's queen? Alright. Let me make some room. I wasn't ready to do splits, so because we needed another hive stand. So what I'm going to do, I every other them, so hopefully it, I think it's called drifting, where bees don't go into other hives. And since those 2 are my newest splits, this one has queen, this one we don't know has a queen. I'll open them up in a couple hours, because what I want to have happen is all these ladies settle in and go back into that hive. I don't want to open the one where I know their queen is, although with the wind blowing behind me, I don't think they would smell her pheromone over there. There is a chance, but I work with what I got, so hopefully they can go in there. I don't know how long I've been going. Honestly, I'm a bit tired, but I know next week I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Hold on. 1. I did that one today. So 1, those 2, so 3, 4, 5. You know, I don't think that's a bad gig. I'll say there's 5. Yeah, I think we'll probably call it a day. I'm gonna let these ladies. I did 5 hives technically. Well, actually I did, because I did this one. It has a queen. I made those 2. That one has a queen, that one does not. So I got to do that one next week. I did that one today, it has a queen. I just split that one, so we'll check it in a few weeks. I've got to do those 2, and I've got to do that one. Mostly that was for me, so I could, when I rewatch this, I know which ones I really do have to do and which ones I don't. And not that one. Yeah, so we're gonna let everyone calm down. We're hoping, because we are getting ready to sell Chris's house, so if anyone's interested in a house in Arlington with a pool, we're gonna be selling it. And then we're also buying the property behind me so I can have a bigger bee yard. So we haven't done our project yet, because depending on how bright we can get it back there, although I kind of like the bees in the front yard because people are interested in them, I do worry about people stealing, although I've never, knock on wood, had that problem. So I don't know. So we may not do my idea with the pond out here. It may actually be in the back, but so that's why we haven't worked too hard on it, because we've just got a lot of projects going on right now. But other than that, I hope all of this was informative. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have some nukes ready late March, early April. So far, we're doing good. We'll see you guys next week. As soon as I can turn this off.